Right, it's water change day. I've got a couple of marks on the side here, so when the pump's all turned off, that's where the water level sits. Now I'll take out about 80 litres, so it'll drop down to this mark up here. Yeah, so now I'll take out the right amount each time. So we'll get the pumps turned off and get it drained down, and then we'll start pumping it back in again. Right, so all the pumps turned off, skimmers off, return pumps off, and the wave maker's off. As you see, the water level sits more or less on that sticker. So we'll drain it down until it hits the top of the 80 litres. So we get this siphon started and get this emptying. Right, it's starting emptying. So we go down to the 80 litre mark, and then we'll stop the siphon. And then we'll put this hose onto a pump outside where the salt water's been mixing, and then pump it back in. Just a quick update while the tank's emptying. I've got some brown on the rocks still. So I'm not 100% sure if that's diatoms or what that is, but gonna have a couple of frags. So we've got a red setosa and a green candy cane. Everything else seems to be doing alright. Right, the tank's drained to the 80 litre mark now. A bit below. Well, I've got slightly over 80 litres, so that's fine. So we'll go outside and get the pump turned on. Right, this is where I mix my salt water. It's just a water butt for the minute. I think it holds about 100 litres. So I'll mix that with salt and heat it up. Got a heater plugged in there and a little temperature sensor up on there. So that's ready to go now. So we'll get the pump turned on and it'll pump it back in and strap into the tank. Right, so that's the water pumping back in. We'll pump it back up into that full line, and then we know we'll sit the right level in the sump. Right, let's fall to the full line again. So we get all the pumps turned back on and get all back up and running. So we need to turn the return pump on. We'll leave the skimmer off for the minute because the water's too high, so it might overflow before it gets a chance to drop. As the water's starting to come back into the sump. That's it, that's slowing down now. So we should be sitting almost at the sensor level behind. Which is very slightly higher, but when I turn the skimmer on, that'll pull that up. So we get the skimmer turned on. You can see that pulls the level down more. And that's it, water change done. And that's the RO reservoir refilled as well, because that was empty. It just sits down next to my tank. It's a bit too full to get in next to our tank at the minute, because there's a bit of a squeeze in there, but when it empties a little bit, I push it in. It just sits down the side there. Well, that's it, water change done. Eventually it's all going to be plumbed in through the wall. So I'll have a drain line with a valve on. I'll just open the valve and it'll drain. And I'll have another pipe coming through the wall and up and over to pump the water back in, rather than having hoses around everywhere. But for now, that'll do. So that's it. I think that's 5-week update. Not looking too bad for 5 weeks.